So here you see the camera, the phone UI, the typical, oh, these are my kids by the way. So typical user interface, but the cool thing is that you know that whenever the device is even locked in your pocket, you wanted to make sure that you never miss a moment, so you can always pull out the device, just press the shutter key once, and it's roughly 1 second the camera is on and you can start taking photos. So it's pretty cool. Device is locked, I just point, press the shutter, and the camera comes on. This is the demo effect, as they call it. I think it's because the HDMI cable now it's slower. But anyhow, we promise that you know roughly in 1 second, typically less than 1 second, your camera is on and ready to shoot. And then you just point and you shoot, and you got the great photo. All right. But I will show the camera UI a bit more later on. So, but let me first start with talking about the details. So, like I explained, in the default mode, the camera is taking 5 megapixel crystal clear photos. What you see here is a photo we took in South Africa in February, and this is a 5 megapixel shot. And this is to prove basically that it's not the amount of the megapixels, but it's what you do with the megapixels. So we have now taken the shot using the 41 megapixel in the sensor and then browsing with the pixel oversampler to create a great 5 megapixel photo. And here if I now zoom in, you can truly start seeing what the technology is able to deliver. You see even the hair of the guy's hand. The colors are really bright. You see the net here. The details are all there, and there is very little this kind of softening in the edges, for example. But you only get the pure detail what you wanted to capture. And this is 5 megapixel photo means that it's kind of 700 kilobytes in size, so it's very easy to share to Facebook, for example. Already in the camera UI, whenever you are here, you have the Facebook icon here. So you can just by one click, you can very easily right away send it to the Facebook. So it's very intuitive, very easy to share your moments with your friends. So we wanted to really make sure that all that is really on the great level. Maybe another example. This is the one shot. This was taken in Thailand. Again, a 5 megapixel photo. And if you see the rope and the details, and now when I'm zooming in, it's pretty stunning. You also see that there's a nice background blur. That's a thing what the photographers call bokeh effect. And first time ever, basically, now we bring a true bokeh into a mobile phone as well, which is thanks to the big image sensor and the long focal length. So the object in the photo is sharp, but the background is blurred, which means that the object really comes out much more nicely. And of course, many people don't know what bokeh means, but even ordinary people know that when you see the picture with the background blurring, it looks like a professional photo, and that's what we of course really proud of as well. That now you can truly start taking these kind of stunning looking, more professional looking photos with your camera phone. These were the 5 megapixel photos. Then we also give the user the ability to take full resolution photos as well. And to demonstrate what that means, I'll show you. So yesterday we were walking in the center, and well, you probably recognize this one. So beautiful Alexander Nevsky Cathedral. I remember it. Yeah. So this is now a 38 megapixel photo, the full resolution captured photo. So the 38 megapixel is the highest effective resolution what you can capture into a resulting photo. But now when I start to zoom in, and sorry, the projector is giving us a bit problem, but let's see that icon of whatever painting that's up there, so when I zoom in. You see it up there. So it's pretty cool. Or the doorway, there's this guy with his plastic bag checking out things. So you can really now start doing amazing things afterwards. If you capture the full resolution photos, there might be a lot of interesting stories to be told. So let me demonstrate that one to you as well. I was in January, I was in San Diego, in the US. I was walking in the harbor area, and I captured this full resolution shot. And actually what you can very easily do here is that you have the cropping icon here all the time. I just click the crop icon, and maybe this nice seagull here is something I click crop here, something I like to send to my daughter. She likes animals a lot, so that's a nice photo of a seagull, and you can still zoom in, even though after it's cropped. Okay, let's go back to the original photo. There's something else nice here. So there are two guys fishing in the pier. My father likes fishing a lot, so maybe I'll send this one to him, saying that, look how the guys in San Diego do fishing from the pier. So another great story, seagull. But there's one more thing here as well. So there's this guy bicycling on the pier. Maybe that's a funny thing I want to share with my friends in the Facebook. So as you can see here, from the original photo I captured in the full resolution mode, in this story there are actually three different stories: the seagull, the fisherman, and the guy bicycling. That's what we call like stories within stories. And just as an example what this technology allows, and of course we don't know how the consumers will start using the technology, but that's why we are so eagerly now waiting to see that when we are now shipping the devices, what are the different use cases the consumers find for this technology. And moreover, if you think about the developers, application developers, the APIs for the camera are open for application developers, so we don't know what kind of innovation will be built on top of having this kind of technology as a platform to build on. So there might be lots of exciting, interesting services and applications popping up where you are basically making use of this amazing technology. Okay, then the other pain point, what we hear from the consumers we discuss with this, that they are saying that the low light performance in the current camera phones is very crappy. You just can't get beautiful photos in low light conditions, like indoors or in nighttime. And with the thanks of the PureView PureView pixel oversampling technology, we are also now finally able to deliver great low light performance in the mobile device as well. So this is a photo we took in Japan in October with a very early prototype last fall in a dark alley, and if you look at the guy and you zoom into his details, it's pretty mind-blowing. And well, I can tell you, I've been doing these demos a lot, and the women don't like this feature, that you can zoom into all the little wrinkle and thing in your face, for example. But you need to be careful. But great low light performance. Also another shot from the same Japan trip. You see the details, the signs on the walls, the colors, the reflections of the wet street, and the black is truly black. So, and the noise levels are really manageable. So this is very stunning performance. So these are of course taken without flash. Of course we have a great flash as well if you want to use flash. Of course a real photographer doesn't never use a flashlight. But if you want to do it, so we put a very powerful xenon flash in the device, which is twice as powerful as the M8, our previous flagship has. So the flash is now really powerful, so you can truly get good good additional light in the situation you want to use the flash. So you want to freeze the moment in the moving target in the low light conditions. Okay, then it's not only still images what the device does, but it also has a great video capability. Let me now show the camera UI a bit more. So here's maybe I walk you through the camera UI and then I go to the video mode. So this is the automatic mode. Like explained that it delivers great 5-megapixel photos, and we wanted to keep the UI very simple. So the only control we give to the user is the flashlight controls up here. So you have the normal flash always on, automatic off, or the red eye reduction. But nothing else, because we wanted to keep it very simple. You just point and you shoot. So for any person, what we say that, you know, with PureView technology, anybody can take great photos. You don't need to be a professional photographer or know a lot about the device and the technology. You can just point and shoot, and we guarantee that most of the cases you get great, stunning photos. And actually what we are saying is that, you know, you should always first try with the automatic mode, and only if the result isn't good, then you should start playing with some of the other settings. Very simple. Then clicking up here, so the other mode we provide is the scenes mode, which is the very familiar one from any digital still camera. So on the left hand side here, you have the normal landscape, close-up macro, portrait, sports mode for fast-moving objects, night portrait, spotlight, snow. But very simple. But of course, if you want to optimize the device for certain conditions, you can just easily use the scenes mode. And in the scenes mode, the device is again taking these 5-megapixel oversampled photos to provide the best possible end result. But then for those people who truly want to be more creative and try to really tweak with all the different settings, we provide the creative mode. And in the creative mode, you can basically adjust anything in the device. So you have 3 custom settings. The device always remembers your custom settings. You don't need to save them or anything. You can just have 3 different settings. They're always there for you if you like. We provide the PureView mode now in other resolution as well. So PureView means this pixel oversampling mode. In addition to 5 megapixel, you can take 8 megapixel or even go down to 3 megapixels. But we also provide the full resolution mode. And like I explained, in the full resolution mode, the maximum resolution is 38 megapixels when you are in this 4:3 aspect ratio. If you go to 16:9 aspect ratio, the widescreen aspect ratio, then the resolution is 34 megapixels. But this is, of course, if you want to do heavy post-processing and heavy cropping afterwards, you then might want to use the full resolution mode. And there's a bunch of other settings here I can just quickly show. So you can even go for more higher superfine compression rates for the JPEG compression, the normal color tones, capture mode, normal bracketing is for HDR shooting, interval shooting, self-timer, color saturation, contrast, sharpness. And then on the camera UI directly, you have access to the most basic settings like the exposure levels. You have a live histogram down there, so you can easily adjust. Like now there's a bit too little light in the kind of the right hand side, so let's add a bit more light exposure. You can fine tune it very easily, and you can always see directly from the viewfinder the effect of the selected setting. So very easy way to adjust the settings manually if you like. We provide the different white balance settings for different light conditions as well. And you can also manually set the ISO rate if you like to change that. So it's from the 50, which of course is for very, very bright conditions, okay, up to 1600. You can set the ISO rate manually. And then for people who truly know what they are doing, you can also manually control the ND filter. So it's the natural density filter, basically puts the kind of a dimmer on top of the lens. That, for example, in the very bright conditions, you can then get longer shutter speeds by applying the ND filter manually if you want to do that, or you can switch it always off, of course. But that was a very quick run through of the different settings, just to give you an idea that, you know, we also wanted to serve the needs of the people who then truly want to do amazing things with their camera, so we didn't want to hide a lot of the settings, but for the normal people, the automatic mode is basically adjusting all these things for you, so you don't need to know, you don't need to care, you just press the shutter and you get a great photo. Okay, then on the top right corner you see the switch for the video mode and the still mode, so I just click that one and we are in the video mode now. So in the normal setting, the device takes full HD 1080p video with 30 frames per second. So it's completely Blu-ray quality video what we offer from the device. You have also the other option, 720p for the normal HD or the 360p if you want to go down in resolution, maybe to have smaller file sizes, for example. So the third thing maybe what the consumers say that they miss in the camera phones is an adequate zoom ability. And typically today's camera phones or digital still cameras, they offer digital zoom, and that is practically very lousy way to do zooming, because you lose the details, you lose the sharpness, and you cannibalize on the resulting quality of the photo. So we don't have an optical zoom here, but we have a completely new innovative way to do digital zooming, which has nothing to do with the old digital zoom. We are basically taking the 41 megapixel sensor and cropping parts of the sensor to provide always a full resolution image or video as a result, so there's no upscaling ever. So for example, now in the video mode, when I zoom in, this is still full HD 1080p video, so there's no loss. It's a lossless zoom. And this is something we are really proud of, that due to the big sensor and with the high megapixel rate, we are able to provide up to 4 times lossless zoom in the full HD 1080p mode. If you are willing to go down in resolution, like say 720p, the normal HD video, then the zoom goes up to 6 times. And it's still 720p HD video. And if you want to go really crazy, 360p, which is completely fine for YouTube. Most of the stuff you find in YouTube is 360p resolution videos. This one gives you 12 times zoom. So I think we've solved the zooming issue for the consumers as well with this product. You probably saw also that the way I do the zooming is pretty new. So we developed a new way of zooming called the slide zoom. So instead of using the volume rockers, you can also zoom with the volume rockers. What we basically do is that we, just with your thumb, you can frame the screen as you like, and when you release your thumb, it smoothly zooms into the exactly desired zoom position. So it's a very nice way to control the zoom, and it's especially important because this is a camera product. Typically you have a pinch zoom with 2 fingers, which means that you need to release your other hand to do the zooming, which makes a lot of handshake to happen. This one you can always have a very steady grip with 2 hands, and only with your thumb you can control all the UI elements without losing a good grip on the device. So from that perspective, the whole UI has been designed to be a great camera product, as is. Okay, maybe I'll show another example on the video side, so you see a bit kind of the video quality. And I'm not sure if we have now the audio. We had some issue with the audio system, but if there's no audio, so my apologies for that one. I'll show you this one example. For example, we took in Rio de Janeiro in the carnivals earlier this year in a very low light conditions. So have a look on the video quality, how it is. So you see the colors and the details in a very nice way. The black is truly black, and this is full HD 1080p video captured with the device on the spot at the street. So we are not able to demo you the audio because of the system here, but the audio is also fantastic. So we also deliver with this device first time ever a technology called the Nokia Rich Recording, which means that you're able to capture full kind of CD quality, CD audio quality type sound with the device. This is one I took in Beirut 1 month ago. We were having seafood lunch, and I took a video clip on the selection you had there. So we think that the device will also bring a nice revolution. It's kind of user-captured multimedia content. So you can capture on the spot full HD Blu-ray quality video with CD audio quality sound. That's really, really stunning. You can try afterwards the sound as well. I have a pair of headphones if you like to experience the sound as well from this perspective. Some of you noticed that when I showed the camera UI in the creative mode, there was this interval shooting mode, which means that you can take a number of photos in certain time intervals. We can offer you up to 1,500 photos taken in a row. And you can create this kind of nice time-lapse videos if you like. This was taken in South Africa as well, and I think we took like one photo every 20 seconds for 1,000 times in a row. And you get this kind of nice time-lapse effects what you can easily create with your PC for yourself as a video clip, for example. Then I talked a bit about the bokeh effect, the background blur, but for the creative people, the device also offers a lot of other options to do nice creative stuff. The macro performance is also really great. So this is that's the thumb of my girlfriend, and I was actually zooming to those little things there growing on this stump, and just put the finger there as a reference point. And actually, you can with this device you can see details what you can't see with your bare eyes. So it's pretty funny way to observe the nature by taking the close-up photos. I can show you another one I just took last weekend, I think, a week ago at my summer cottage. Here it is. So we have these ants. This is on the beach. The ants have found a prey for them, and they're carrying it home for the nest for the others to feed. So pretty cool stuff. Or there was the Mr. Bee. This is my apple tree at my backyard, collecting the honey there. So we are so excited to bring this kind of technology to people's pockets that you never miss the moment, and having such a great professional grade technology always with you, I think will make many of us ordinary people a great photographers, because this is such a kind of addictive device. It just, when you have it with you, you just want to take more and more photos, and everything what you see becomes an object to take a great photo about. So I think this was a bit giving you a flavor what the device can do, and like said, so we are, just as we speak, we are shipping the device in the first market. The sales has been started already in the first places in the globe. My colleagues told me that you are just about to get it in the stores in Bulgaria in a couple of weeks' time as well. So, like said many times, exciting times for us at Nokia, but I think it will be very exciting times for the people who buy the device as well. And like I said, so we think that it's not only going to be the photography fanatics who will buy the device, but also many ordinary people will choose to own the device because they just want to have the best possible camera in their pocket all the time. And we know this from the previous experience with our N8 product, which was the previous imaging flagship product. When we've been interviewing those people who buy N8, many of them tell us that the primary reason to select the device was the great and the best camera there is in the market. But N8 is now the second best camera in the world, because PureView 808 is now the best camera for some time to come. So we know it wasn't easy. It took us 5 years to make it done, and we are happy to let now the other people and other competitors to try to come up with something similar. So let them try, so we're happily waiting. So thanks for your attention, and I think now it's time to give the floor to the local photographer to talk about a bit more from a more professional perspective how the device is behaving when you truly put it to its limits. Okay, here you go.